So you're now in Smosh, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of a big deal.
Yeah, it's like a huge deal, and I have to remind myself that it's such a big deal sometimes.
So can you tell me how that happened?
Yeah. So how did it happen? So I was doing, so like in LA, there's like sometimes when I tell stories, I start like way too far back. So like, so
I was born in a small town.
Yeah. I was born at St. Joseph's Hospital. So I've always taken class, right? So like there's the main comedy schools in like LA, so like Second City, UCB, and Groundlings. And I was at Groundlings and I saw a flyer that was like a YouTube channel is looking to add like performers and stuff. Send in a 2-minute tape of your stuff. And I was just like, I don't want to put anything on tape. I literally, I was like, oh God, you know, when you're just like, oh, not too much. And so I saw this flyer. I saw it in different like job posts, and I was just like, I should probably do that, or I should put myself out there. It's sketch, like I love sketch. I should put myself out there, and it was just like I never got around to it. And so then it kind of like,
funny. I didn't think that's what you were going to say. Okay. I should do it.
I should do it. And I just, you know, when you just like, it just never happens.
Yeah. I do know that.
So then I was on, I was doing, a couple months later, I was doing the CBS diversity showcase. And so I was in like that sketch process, which is like a whole other beast. Great experience, but just a lot of like time and commitment. And I got a direct message on Instagram from a casting director, and she was actually casting for Smosh. And I was like, this is a sign from God. This is truly a sign. And so she was like, she just asked me to come in. And I was like, yep. Wow. I was like, I don't have to put anything on tape. She had found me just from like my Instagram. And so she was like, hey, can you come in? I'll send you the sides, which is like my favorite. I was like, yeah, send me the sides. Let me get in the room. Like, you know what I mean? Like you just, you want to, so that was like, I was like, I have to do this. I think I like got back to her within like 5 minutes. Like I already had my time booked because I just knew it was like, this has come around too many times. Like this means something. Yeah.
Universe is going, Jackie.
Yes.
Hello.
And so I was coming from the day of my audition. I was coming from the CBS, a CBS table read. And so during that table read, we're putting up all of these different characters, and so I was very warm. Basically, I'd been doing like sketch and things for about like 3 hours, 2 to 3 hours that day. So I go to my audition, have my sides ready, and I'm just like, with anything, I'm just like, I'm just gonna have the most fun. I'm gonna, just have a good time. I get to meet people. And when I walked in, there were like 12 people in the room for this audition, but it was fine because I was just doing like 2 to 3 hours of work in front of like 40 people. So I was like, oh, this is a small room.
You're like, I got this.
Yeah, by comparison, I was like, I have also like, I had nothing to lose, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I went in there and I just tried to just be myself and have a good time and have fun. And then they put me in one sketch like a month later, and then they put me in another sketch, and then I've been working there for a year.
Oh my God.
And now I'm like starting to write with them, and also I'm starting to direct with them. So yeah.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Wow. Well, film and media studies. Hello, you should be directing. That is so great. And that's such a good lesson too. That I remember years ago when somebody said to me, don't forget when you walk into an audition, they want you to be good. Because if you're good, they're done for the day.
Yes.
Right? They are rooting for you. And also, that's number one. Number two, you have nothing to lose because you don't have any, because if you walk in there with fear, and again, I haven't auditioned in quite a while. And would I be able, if somebody called up, would I be able to take my own advice? But also that idea of have fun, because that's why we do it. Yes. I mean, otherwise, you might as well be sitting in an editing room, right? Or taking that accounting degree that your parents wish you'd taken,
right?
So if we're going to do this, if we're going to be in the business of show, Should we have fun doing it? Yeah, I think we should.
Yes, we should.
Yeah.
And I know I perform best when I'm having fun. So it's like if I can tap into that feeling that I have when I'm performing live or anything, then I know I'll feel good and that I'm going to give a good performance. So I was like, just let it go, let it fly. And it worked out.
Well, I know you have a losing it story for me.